Just below us here in Kansas City, Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark, guard for the Indiana Fever. From Des Moines, been a Chiefs fan since she was a kid. The AP Female Athlete of the Year and the first overall pick in the WNBA Draft, Rookie of the Year. And the first rookie to make the first team all WNBA since 2008.
Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift in the same suite cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs? That's exactly what happened as the WNBA superstar joined the pop icon to watch Travis Kelce dominate in the playoffs. But here's where things take a shocking turn. Clark and Swift weren't just casual acquaintances. They were inseparable all night, sparking rumors that they've officially become BFFs. And after the game, sources claim Clark, Swift, and Kelce were spotted heading to a private hotel for a post-match celebration, igniting speculation about what really went down behind closed doors. Stay tuned because this story is bigger than just football. On a frigid January night in Kansas City, the energy at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium was electrifying. The defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, took the field against the Houston Texans in a highly anticipated AFC Divisional Playoff matchup. But while all eyes were on Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, two special guests stole the spotlight from the luxury suites, Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift. Clark, the rising face of women's basketball and an avowed Chiefs fan, sat alongside Swift, who has been making waves in the NFL world ever since her relationship with Kelce went public.
Top 92%er saw you with Travis was the Eras Tour. How was that?
Oh, that was so much fun.
Electric. It was great. My mom was like begging me to take her. She's like, I gotta go. Like, everybody's talking about it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was right there in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I literally live right downtown too, like right next to Lucas Oil. So I'm like,
nice.
The night I didn't go, I'm
Such
like
a cool stadium.
on my balcony trying to listen. But no, obviously it's just a great show and a lot of fun and full Swiftie. Turned my mom into a full Swiftie now. And
Nice.
Two of my cousins were there too, so good time.
Oh yeah,
good time.
Was that, you mentioned that was like your second night going to it, right?
Yeah, second night in a row, and that was my third show. I went early on when Taylor first went on tour in Minnesota at US Bank. One of her early concerts, and that was a lot of fun. Went with some of my college friends, and we had a good time together.
It's hard. It's hard to not have a good time at a concert.
I don't know how you couldn't have a good time at something like that.
But the biggest surprise? Their newfound friendship seems more intense than anyone imagined. The cameras frequently panned to Swift and Clark, catching them laughing, whispering, and celebrating as if they had been best friends for years. Then came the moment that sent social media into a frenzy. After Kelce's record-setting performance, catching 7 passes for 117 yards and a touchdown, Swift and Clark were seen leaving the stadium together. But they weren't alone. Kelce, still riding the high of victory, joined them as the trio made their way to a private hotel for a mysterious post-game celebration. The speculation was immediate. Was this just a routine hangout, or was something bigger happening? Fans and insiders alike began dissecting every detail, with some questioning whether Swift and Clark's friendship was simply a publicity stunt or something far deeper. Beyond the game itself, Clark and Swift's presence together at Arrowhead highlights the growing influence of women in major sports narratives. Clark, widely regarded as the most exciting young star in the WNBA, represents a new era for women's basketball. Her games have drawn record viewership, and her jersey sales continue to break records. Sitting next to Swift, arguably the biggest name in global entertainment, only amplifies that attention. But some are calling this sudden friendship too convenient. Could this be a carefully orchestrated PR move designed to keep both Clark and Swift at the center of attention? Others argue that their connection is genuine, pointing to their shared passion for sports and competitive drive. Whatever the truth is, it's clear that Clark is now firmly embedded in Swift's world, and their high-profile night out is only fueling the fire. Swift's appearances at Chiefs games have already proven to be a ratings boost. Every time she's in attendance, networks make sure to showcase her reactions, and merchandise sales for Kelce's jersey have skyrocketed. Now add Caitlin Clark into the mix and suddenly this isn't just a football game, it's a cultural event. Could Swift's influence rub off on Clark in more ways than one? Some are speculating that this could be the beginning of an era where female athletes start gaining the same celebrity status as their male counterparts. And what about Kelce? Is he just along for the ride, or is this trio forming the ultimate sports entertainment power circle? While the star power off the field was undeniable, the Chiefs took care of business on it. After securing the number 1 seed with a dominant 15-2 regular season, Kansas City had extra rest heading into this matchup. That preparation paid off as they controlled the game against Houston from start to finish. Kelce's touchdown put him in elite company, breaking records held by none other than NFL legend Jerry Rice. With this performance, Kelce now holds the all-time playoff receptions record, surpassing Rice's previous mark. Additionally, he moved closer to breaking Rice's record for most postseason receiving yards and touchdowns. If the Chiefs advance to the Super Bowl, Kelce could officially rewrite history. Patrick Mahomes, as expected, played at an elite level once again. The Chiefs quarterback improved to 7-0 in the divisional round of the playoffs, further cementing his reputation as one of the greatest postseason performers of all time. Now, with a trip to the AFC Championship game secured, the Chiefs await their next challenge. A matchup against either the Buffalo Bills or Baltimore Ravens looms, but with Mahomes, Kelce, and a battle-tested roster, Kansas City is just 2 wins away from making history. Caitlin Clark's night at Arrowhead was more than just a casual outing. It was another sign of the growing influence of women's sports. Sitting alongside Taylor Swift, Clark cemented her place among the biggest names in entertainment and athletics. But the bigger story is what happened afterward. A private hotel? A post-game celebration? What exactly was being celebrated? Some believe this is just the beginning of an even bigger media storm. Could this be a new power trio in sports and entertainment? Or is there more happening behind the scenes that no one is ready to talk about yet? Meanwhile, the Chiefs continued their march toward NFL immortality. Kelce's record-breaking performance, Mahomes' playoff dominance, and Kansas City's quest for a historic three-peat set the stage for another thrilling finish to the NFL season. But this moment also raises an interesting question. What does the future hold for the relationship between the NFL and the WNBA? Could we see more crossovers between these leagues? And most importantly, will Clark and Swift's growing friendship lead to even bigger headlines in the coming months? One thing is certain, the cameras will be watching, and so will the world. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are Swift and Clark really best friends? Or is this just another Hollywood-style stunt? And could this post-game celebration be the beginning of something much bigger?